Namaste students, I Kusovati, I JVN Dr. Naren Singh Shekhawat, Assistant Professor Department of Salatantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapith, Women's Science, Bijapur. In previous class, we discussed about appendix definition, causes, types, surgical anatomy, and causes of appendicitis and pathophysiology. In today's class, we will discuss about types in detail, clinical features, diagnostic technique, and treatment. Let's just begin with acute appendicitis. Organs enter the wall and lobe into submucosa, proliferate, and wall becomes red and turgid. Rate of escalation of inflammation increase in presence of obstruction of lumen to appendix. Acute appendicitis with mass. Obstruction plus infection leads to distension with pus, hence increased intraluminal pressure leads to venous occlusion. Edema. Arterial occlusion, gangrene and perforation follows rapidly localized by defense mechanism. Greater momentum cause of mass is formed and can undergo suppression to produce an appendix abscess. This you can see appendix with abscess. Acute appendicitis with peritonitis. See perforation following obstruction plus infection allows infected material to disperse widely in peritoneal cavity leads to intense peritoneal reaction with outpouring of fluid. Serosal surface of bowel becomes injected flanked with a clotted lymph. Clinical features you can see abdominal pain, abdominal pain, periumbilical at first, then right iliac fossa. This is a radiator. Retrocecal appendix may cause flanks or back pain. Pelvic appendix may cause suprapubic pain. Anorexia vomiting also symptoms of this. Most patients give history of constipation also, fever and hematuria. Murphy sign means Murphy's triad, very important, pain, vomiting and fever. Clinical features. There are three types of three types of stage. The first stage of shock, stage of peritoneal reaction, and stage of flanks peritonitis. Local sign as you can see tenderness, rigidity, etc. Rousing sign, rousing sign. What is the rousing? Continue deep palpation, starting from the lap iliac fossa upwards and anticlockwise along the column may cause pain. The right iliac fossa pushing bowel contents toward the ileocecal wall and thus pressure around the appendix. This is the rousing. Show sign. Show sign is a right lower quadrant pain that is produced with the patient extending the show sign is right lower quadrant pain that is produced with the patient extending the hip due to inflammation of the peritoneum overlying the psoas muscles and inflammation of the psoas muscles themselves. Stretching out the leg causes the pain because it stretches the muscles and flexing the hip into the fetal position relieve the pain. This is the show sign. Obturator sign. The obturator sign pain on passive internal rotation of the flexed thigh. Example move lower leg laterally while applying resistance to the lateral side of the knee, resulting in the internal rotation of the femur. Lumbar sign, also referred as rebound tenderness, deep palpation of the viscera over the suspected inflamed appendix, followed by sudden pressure. Sudden release of the pressure causes the receiver pain on the side in positive lumbar sign and peritonitis. McBurney sign. To elective McBurney sign, patient should be in supine position with this knee flexed and his abdominal muscles relaxed. Palpate deeply and slowly in the right lower quadrant over McBurney point located about 2 cm from the right anterior superior leg spine on a line between the spine and umbilicus point. Pain and tenderness is a positive sign of appendicitis. McBurney sign. These are the clinical features you can see already. Differential diagnosis: pancreatitis, enterocolitis, ileocecal TB, carcinoma of cecum, empyema, Crohn's disease, right lower pneumonia, oophoratis, uterine calculus, fibrouterus, urine cyst, mastitis. Treatment: appendectomy. Surgical treatment is appendectomy. Gridiron incision. Incision is placed perpendicular to the right spino-umbilical line at the McBurney point. Incision is placed to the right point. That is the junction of lateral one-third and middle two-third of spino-umbilical line. Gridiron is a frame of cross beam to support a ship during repairs. Rutherford Morrison muscle cutting incision also can use. Approaches of appendix. First one is a McBurney incision or gridiron incision. Appendix on the table during appendectomy left side. Procedure. And under general anesthesia, skin is incised, two layers of superficial fascia are cut. External oblique appendix is open in the line of incision. Internal oblique and transverse muscles are fit in the line of fibers. Peritoneum is open in the line of incision. Cecum is identified by tinea coli and ileocecal junction. Momentum where adherent is separated. Appendix is held with Babcock forceps. Mesoappendix with the appendicular artery is ligated using thread or silver. A persisting suture is placed around the base of appendix. Base of the appendix is crushed with the artery forceps and transfixed using Excel. Absorbable. Appendix is cut distal to suture ligated and removed. Stem is cleaned with antiseptic. Distinct suture is tightened so as to bury the stem. This is showing the appendectomy. You can see. Okay, students, this is all about the whole appendicitis. This session is powered by Digital Session 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth University, Jaipur. Hope you are satisfied this session. If you have any doubts, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you. Namaste students, Kusro video. I JV and Dr. Naren Singh Segat, Assistant Professor, Department of Shalya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. In previous classes, we discussed about anatomy of liver and disorders of liver. In today's class, we will discuss about portal hypertension. In this diagram, you can see the hepatic portal circulation. Heart pumped blood into abdominal aorta and proper aorta hepatic artery to liver, liver to hepatic veins via inferior vein cava drain to left atrium of right atrium of liver. This is the hepatic circulation. As you can see, uh, splenic vein and superior mesenteric veins drain blood into hepatic portal vein and it drain into liver. Yes, students. Sustained elevation of portal pressure more than 12 mm of Hg is called portal hypertension. Normal range of portal pressure is 8 to 12 mm of Hg. A rise in portal pressure stimulates portal systemic circulation. Portal vein carries 75% of blood flow to liver with all nutrients to maintain its integrity and give 50% oxygen supply to liver. 25% of hepatic blood flow given remaining 50% of oxygen supply to liver. Portal hypertension causes suspensive portosystemic venous collateral information, altered intrahepatic circulation, and increased splenic blood. So, high pressure portal blood is diverted via coronary, short gastric, and esophageal veins into azygous veins. There is increased portal resistance and increased portal blood flow. Increased resistance may be pre-sinusoidal, sinusoidal, and post-sinusoidal. Uh, these are the causes of pre-sinusoidal, extrahepatic and intrahepatic. Extrahepatic portal vein, splenic vein thrombosis, intrahepatic schistosomiasis and sarcoidosis. Sinusoidal causes cirrhosis, hematochromosis, Wilson disease, congenital hepatic fibrosis. Post-sinusoidal is Body-Cherry syndrome, congestive heart failure, veno-occlusive disease also. Causes of causes of portal hypertension. First, prehepatic. These are the prehepatic cause. B is hepatic. These causes mentioned in the hepatic, and post-hepatic causes are these. Sides of porta systematic polytron, as you can see, lower end of the esophagus between left gastric and short gastric veins with azygos. Umbilicus between paraumbilical vein and anterior abdominal vein, resulting in caput medusa. Retroperitoneum, bare area of liver, lower end of the rectum. These are the sides of porta systemic collateral. This is the porta systemic collaterals. As you can see that this one is 1, 2, 3, and bare area of liver also. Okay, students. Photo showing caput medusa. This is a photo medusa. Presentation means clinical features. Triodoportal hypertension, first esophageal varix, splenomegaly, and ascites. These are the common and main triodo portal hypertension. Jaundice, features of encephalopathy, recurrent infection, coagulopathy, hepatorenal syndromes. Investigations: liver function test, ultrasound, ultrafetoprotein, MELD scoring. This is a patient with ascites with portal hypertension. Doppler imaging, HVPG, hepatic venous pressure gradient, splintography. Now management. For portal hypertension, first general measures: anemia due to corrected, to be corrected. Anemia to be corrected. Nutrition supplementation, injection vitamin K, 10 mg IM for 5 days. Specific measures: treatment of esophageal varix, prevention of hepatic encephalopathy, treatment of ascites, measure of reduced portal pressure, surgery, portal systemic non-selective and selective. Transjugular intrahepatic portal systematic tips. This is the transjugular hepatic portal systemic stents are typically placed by an interventional radiologist and the fluoroscope guidance. Access to liver is gained, as the name transjugular suggests, via internal jugular vein in the neck. Once access to the jugular vein is confirmed, a guide wire and introducer seat are typically placed to facilitate the shunt placement. This enables the interventional radiologist to gain access to the patient's hepatic vein by traveling from superior vena cava into the inferior vena cava and finally the hepatic vein. Once the catheter is in hepatic vein, a gauge pressure is obtained to calculate the pressure gradient in the liver. Following this, carbon dioxide is injected to locate the portal vein. Then a special needle known as calpinto is advanced through the liver parenchyma to connect the hepatic vein to the large portal vein near the center of liver. The channel of the shunt is next created by inflating an angioplasty balloon within the liver along with the tract created by the needle. The shunt is complex by placing a special mesh tube known as stent and endograft to maintain the tract between the higher pressure portal vein and the lower pressure hepatic vein. After the procedure, fluoroscopy images are made to show placement, pressure in the portal vein and Kiravanak are optimized. Drug to reduce the portal pressure like propanol, nadolol, nadolol, isosorbidide, liver transplant. Final treatment is liver transplant. This pic is showing the tips trans infrared tips procedure. Okay, students. This session is powered by Digital Session 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth One City. Hope you are satisfied with this digital session. If you have any doubts or queries, please mention in comment box. I will resolve it soon. Thank you, students.